So that's what we have depicted in this particular slide. So the left quadrants, which are primarily team facing, as depicted here as supporting the team, can be done pretty much in a standard manner within the sprints. You will have the agile testers working within the sprint, and then the unit tests and component tests are done by the developers. The functional test is done by the dedicated testers who are part of the agile team, and then it's normally recorded as an acceptance criteria against the user story, and then it's done within a sprint. And once the functional tests are done, the user story is marked as completed within the sprint. So now, as we've been talking about the critiquing the product, the tests which critique the product, Q3 and Q4, we are having, it's essentially difficult to schedule them within a sprint. Yeah, so why are they difficult to schedule within a sprint? First thing is, typically these non-functional requirements or exploratory tests take a long time to do. So you cannot really essentially try to do it within a sprint where you have the builds changing practically every day. And then if you are doing typically a durability test, or you would like to look at the long-term memory consumption of the software, then probably it takes a few days or few weeks to say the least. And the environment and tool setup is likely to be complex. So we are going to have you're going to have lots of hardware setups. If your software is really device dependent, you're going to have multiple environments. And then we are also going to have a lot of simulators to ensure that you're able to mimic a real life hardware setup. So what happens is the test cycles are long, and then these tests are also highly specialized. Like for instance, if somebody is doing say a SOX test, or somebody is doing a threat and looking at vulnerability assessment of the software, it's going to take a lot of time, and he's going to need a lot of specialized tools for that. So if the tests are hard to do, the defects are also hard to find, and then given that these are extremely complex ones, you might need an architectural fix. So it's a very vicious cycle, and it needs a lot of specialized time and attention. And then given the situation, it's not really possible to do it. Or the question you need to ask is it possible to do it within a really dynamic 20 working day window of a sprint? So this is a real challenge, and then which we are trying to address through the webinar here. Okay.